Hey guys, Clumsy here. You can hear me, right? Welcome back to Clumsy Trucking. How's everyone doing? Thank you for joining. We have Tom as our first. This time, Scotsman didn't nail it. No! AJ, hey Scotsman. How have you guys been doing? And we have Mr. Hunter, aka Alex. I really have to drop by one of those sessions. Looked like a blast. It would be a nice in-flight entertainment. Hey Flying Pizza, welcome back. Thanks for joining. Lots of trucking. So there have been a couple of updates from SCS last night. Well, I'm not sure what time it was when it released on your end. But yeah, maybe we can talk about it today. But aside from that, for today, I wanted to check out Kriechbaum's engine sounds. And it would not be the best... well, I guess we cannot avoid comparing it with what EVR has so far. Maybe we can even do like a side-by-side thing, like a before and after thing. But I wanted to give it a go because I've heard very good things about it. So let's go and check it out. And I do have a lot of jobs still ongoing or pending for the World of Trucks event. So I figured we could do that together. Yes, updates on the blog, aka news. So let me see. Maybe first I show you my screen. There you go. No fancy mods here. We are playing with the profile without any map mods, unfortunately. And otherwise, the World of Trucks events won't really be working that well. It will be very finicky. And this is what we'll be trying out mainly. The Volvo engine sound mod. I've been enjoying pretty much XBS's DAF 95 as well, but I think we'll continue with that in the main series. And if you haven't seen it yet, Poly actually released a Clumsy Trucking skin for this DAF 95 truck, so you can check it out in the Steam workshop. Whoa, that's a very long wall of text. Let me try to catch up to that. Hey Da, how are you, man? Do we have transcode today? Are you buffering? Big time star on YouTube. Okay. Brand of clothes. Ah. Cool. Alright. I think I saw your tweet about that. Yeah, you were telling him or her about me. Thanks. Ouch. Which one got deleted? Why did it get deleted? Hey Geek Squad. Congrats, how has it been? Right, let's go with that. Let's load it up. Let's get on trucking. What have you guys been up to these days? I know Mr. Alex has been hunting and enjoying the beautiful sceneries from there. We can also discuss about the foggy weather debacle. aka natural lux now, I guess. I'm not really sure how I should call it now because it might confuse people even more. Or maybe not. Well, let's see. Has Kirill announced it officially in the forums? Hey Chris. How are you, man? XPS is working on a Freightliner for ATS. Wow, finally something for ATS. That's our truck for today. Yeah, that would be amazing. I would gladly step back into ATS to check that one out. Been trucking a lot. I can see in the logs. You've been enjoying your new profile, huh? So for today, we have, well, I only have 3 so far. And I think the destination for this for the next couple of days at least is Brussels. So I'm actually in Brussels, so we will have to move somewhere else to check it out. Maybe let's just go through it one by one, huh? We can go to Mannheim. No, Mannheim is done. Stuttgart. And then we can check it out. Or maybe we can go do Amsterdam first as a bit of a warm-up. We'll see. Foggy weather might be no more, but we still have Viva. Glad to hear it, Chris. I'm not really sure why your post got deleted, Tom. Maybe Jay can explain. You were busy with natural lux. Ooh, some secret stuff happening. Nice. Maybe it was too long, I don't know. I didn't see anything wrong with it, but maybe I haven't read enough yet. I haven't gone too far with it yet. Let's just go through it one by one. I'm going to go to Mannheim and then we will see. Check my Discord. Let's do that. Is that a private? No, in the server? I thought I read all the updates already. Oh, you have a message actually. Didn't notify me. Ah, I see. Yeah, no worries. It was kind of borderline like that. I get it. It was borderline advertising, to make it clear. Hey, D24. Welcome back, man. It's been a while. How have you been? Sorry, let me just get on position here. Yeah, cheater. There you go. Wow. All the sports cars? Not really. Sports cars sounding maybe. There's the other hunter. Where is he? There we go. Yarr. I just realized I lost my emotes. My Jack emotes. I'll have to get them back sooner or later. Anyway, let's go and hear the sounds. And you guys let me know what your personal opinions are, because this will vary for sure. Especially when you compare them with EVR. Some people like them more, some people maybe not so much. I want to hear your thoughts about it. Anyway, here we go. And do tell me if I have the thing loaded properly in the first place. Maybe something is sounding weird, okay? That's the engine start. Let's rev it a bit. The ATV pilot. Oh, I saw that clip. Beautiful. That is actually pretty good. Let's check it from the inside. No worries, Tom. Thanks. Your face still aches. The laughter that followed that was just intense. I think I laughed more because of the laughter. Fancy. Thanks a lot, Jay, for 15 months. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. GG indeed. GG. Whoa. That's a pretty low rev. Not bad at all. I'm going to reserve judgment until I hear some of you comment about the sounds. But I have a lot of thoughts about this one. I actually did a silent trucking episode with these sounds already, which will be coming out later. So if you want to hear the unadulterated, sounds from this pack from Kriechbaum, you can go and check it out. Let's go and find some World of Trucks contracts. Sounds like it means business. There we go, that's the guy. Mannheim to Brussels, 472 kilometers. That should be perfectly fine. Did we do Mannheim already? No, I don't think we did. If I've done 3, I've done Prague. No, I've done Mannheim. Okay, I almost got that one. I should have gone to Stuttgart. Prague, Mannheim I did, and Frankfurt as well. So Stuttgart is where I should be. They're cheating incoming. Gilmore Girls indeed. If only there was a new season. But no, I think it's fully ended now. When I was in China, I met up with a couple of colleagues from the global team. So there were people like from Poland, from the UK, from Italy, and then we were having some beer. We were in an Irish pub in China, and one of the topics that came up was like, okay, your favorite show, your favorite movie. I couldn't think of a favorite movie, but for sure I had a favorite series. But then if I spoke out to the bigger crowd, with like the manly men and everything, with the Gilmore Girls answer, I might have gotten a few weird stares. So I answered my second most favorite instead, which is Peaky Blinders, and that got a huge applause, so to speak. Like people were loving it so much as well. And then the true answer I shared with a smaller group, the people I was closer with. So this is a bit cheaty as well. Oh, that's a bit longer. Yeah, 618 kilometers. Germany, France, Luxembourg, Belgium. It's a good combo. I'll take it. Gossip Girls. That one I didn't watch. It was a bit too chick flicky to me. It was a bit too I don't know, because I like the emotion and not the posh, and Gilmore Girls has a lot of emotion. Gossip Girls, in my opinion, just has a lot of how do you say, cringy stuff for me. But yeah, I like more the emotion, family, these things, family and relationships. That's what she said. And Jadar is back. How to install the map mods. Yeah, there is a very good help file if you're using Pro Mods. There's a very good help file, step-by-step instructions in the Pro Mods website. You just have to Google a little, and it will teach you what exactly to do. Yeah, the load order is also there. You can also check in the mods list. I have the load order link right there in the maps section. So there is a post about it in the Pro Mods website, teaching you the exact load order that you need. They haven't spoken to you since. Good thing is the ones I shared the true answer to also like Gilmore Girls, but then she's a lady, so I was more comfortable sharing that with. But to the guys, I was sharing Peaky Blinders. And the leader of the group was like someone from the UK, so he was like, wow, like perfect, yeah. How could I now have not remembered that? Because for those who haven't watched, Peaky Blinders is set in that geographical area in the UK around after World War I, I think, is the timing. Spoiler a bit high for this one, but I don't mind. Cheater! No worries, Tom. Birmingham, there you go. So, initial impressions on the sounds, guys. Went to Prague for World of Trucks event but no jobs. Even if you refreshed? Dullish. Refresh, yeah, refresh worked for me. Thank you for following. And welcome to the channel. Sounds very nice, there you go. Welcome to the channel, Flying Yorkshireman. Wow, we have 2 flying people here. We should have more flight sim videos, I think. A phone built into your dashboard. You mean that thing? I'm not sure that's a phone exactly. I think that's the breathalyzer, isn't it? I see some people having real life videos using that thing, so you can start the engine and stuff. If I remember it, at least. Under the GPS, next to the wheel. Oh, you mean this one? Yeah, you can dial from there. It's pretty cool. The sky though, not so cool. I think it's going to rain. Better than SCS sounds, but not as good as EVR. Not even close. Thing with a number pad, yeah. Who stamped? You don't really like this sound. Okay, thank you for giving me your honest opinions. Let me share mine. I mostly have similar sentiments. I really like the engine sound itself though. The engine grumble. It's very bassy. Because I think that's one of the main characteristics of Kriechbaum sounds in general. It's very bassy, it's very boomish, it has a lot of impact. EVR's engine sounds are very crisp, so it depends on which you like more. I guess many people like the boomish, the bassy sounds because it sounds so large, like fit for a truck. So engine sound wise, if we're only speaking about engine sound, I guess it's mainly up to your taste. If you like boomish or more crisp sounds. But the switches, for me, definitely the switches, there is no question. I like EVRs more. This doesn't give me the ASMR-ish Tinglish sounds or the feeling, the Tinglish feeling that I get from flicking the switches in the truck. So they're there, but they're not very strong or crisp. And I think that's mainly because of EVR's recording equipment, recording style, and maybe editing. Probably editing as well. But yeah, so the switches, I definitely like EVRs better. Engine sounds are a bit 50-50 maybe. Hey Kelly, it's been a while. How have you been doing? Oh, what's happening here? One clumsy trucker causing mayhem for everybody. Isn't that a story we are now all familiar with? We do like a few of the sounds. Yeah, we don't have any map mods right now. We're doing World of Trucks contracts. Yeah, Kriechbaum makes amazing sounds. It's just very hard not to compare with EVR. The retarder sounds like the ones on the coaches, so possibly spot on there. Ah, nice. Okay, let's hear more of it. And maybe the switches are actually pretty accurately sounding as well. But maybe in that case, EVR added a bit more flair, like a bit more like, I don't know how you call it, dramatic effect to the switches, the sounds. That's why it feels so... Sometimes it sounds like exaggerated how the switches bounce back, the spring from EVR sounds. But I like it. So maybe this is actually more realistic. Maybe we can think about it that way. That clumsy trucker is going through his pre-flight checklist. He's probably Googling something because he doesn't know how to operate a truck. Yeah, that sounds very familiar. Goodness, googling on stream. I know a little bit more about it now, so hopefully it goes faster next week. But yeah, that stream last time was on Wednesday was a bit painful. Ah, cool. Thanks, man. Glad you made it here. Oh yeah. Good point. Get a manual gearbox. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I was planning to switch it out. I forgot about it. Let's go and stop by somewhere so I can switch. If you feel like something is missing in this sound mod, maybe some soul? I don't know. So what we'll do this job, alright? And then we'll switch back to EVR and we can go and compare which one we like better. And I'd like to hear different opinions, of course. Because that's exactly how Kriechbaum puts it. And I really like Kriechbaum's reply. I think I told this last stream as well. Like, he had a preview for these sounds. He had a YouTube video for it. And then someone was commenting about EVR. And then, yes, and that person said, finally there will be some competition to EVR. And Kriechbaum replied and said, well, it is going to be more choices, mainly. So it's like a win for everybody. Because, I mean, more choices, more fun. And I really like that he doesn't like, how do you say, this EVR or other modders. He just wants to make it a more, he wants to give to the community, you know. And it's just it's such a nice way of looking at it. I cannot take photos because of this darn sky. I might have to cheat it. Yeah, that sky is not very photogenic. That plane is just a bit complicated. Oh yeah. You know what? I did something. Okay, I'll catch up in chat and then I'll tell you guys about it. Better sounds. Farm sim. Nailed it. I bet you're an expert farmer now, Kelly. Went back in time and watched some old ETS videos today. My videos are from some other people. How is it? Has my driving improved over the years? Or has it degraded? Maybe don't answer that. Maybe I don't like to hear the answer. You use a fair few mods on ETS, especially sound and trailer mods. 7,000 hours? I think that's the highest I've seen. I know some people have like 2,000 or 3,000, but I don't know anyone with 7,000. Goodness. Wow. Amazing. Does Chris charge for the sounds? Kriechbaum? Who is Chris? Cheater? My vids, of course. Thanks. Let's stick to 60 here. Looks like a fairly small road. There we go. And we are going to switch to a manual gearbox soon as I find a spot. In real life, I guess this truck is mostly automatic already, but just for the sake of fun, we'll switch out. Yeah, it's I don't really know until now how to pronounce his name, but the title of the stream, Kriechbaum. Yeah, it's free. That's one of the main differences. That's true. It's not only about the quality, it's about the fries, the price. Maybe the fries as well. I would like some fries. Before you moved to Steam, you had like 3,000 hours, but then you added the key to Steam, all reset. Wow, you're one of the early adopters. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm a bit of a late bloomer. I only played ETS2 after ATS released, a few months after. You were a class 1 driver in real life for 20 years before ill health got you. And then Now you can, at least now you can still drive in ETS2. That's amazing, man. Yeah. Pink car. Well, purple car. Grimace. Fumbling it up there. Almost hit that oncoming car. Food. Are we starting food talk now? Should go back to Iceland Pro Mods. Oh yeah, it's been a while. Actually, that was the plan. Actually, that is still the plan. Yeah, it's because right now we should be in the main series. We are in the UK. The plan is to go back to Iceland. It's been a while. I haven't been there since the latest improvements with the waterfalls and all that new scenery from the latest Pro Mods releases. Have a good night, Da. Thanks for dropping by. Couple of new maps on FS19, I can imagine. AI can still act funny even these days. Oh yeah. Actually, they sometimes act funnier. Alright, let me switch to a manual gearbox and just go down the truck. Get rid of the gearbox totally and replace it. It's basically plug and play, right? Imagine doing that in real life. Controls. H shifter. The problem is, I think this thing has a 12+2 gearbox. Actually, I'm not sure. Let's try it. I shift dual clutch SPO2812. I think it's a 12+2. Okay, so let's try the Volvo 12+2 maybe. That thing. Let's see if it works. Yes, I have got Sipinho's real AI sounds. What is your opinion about it? Reverse, crawler 1, crawler 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is no 6, so maybe it is not a 12+2. Yeah, it's probably just a 12 speed. So let's go with Volvo 12 speed because I lost my 6th gear. Yeah, it's very nice. Adds really a lot of immersion because the default SCS sounds for the AI is a very soft. Cannot really hear it. There we go, 6th gear is back. And now we have no crawler gears. Okay, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 should be pretty basic. Well, I'm sure I'll miss it again. Bubble and squeak. What is that? 10-minute job in real life. Which one? Real company mod for ETS. Good point. What do I have here? I think I'm still using Satan 19990s. Yeah, that's a real brand, right? That yellow. What is that? Is that a dog? A fire-breathing dog? Okay. Let's try it now. Changing transmissions is not a 10-minute job IRL. I can imagine. Let the fun begin. Oh yeah. I am hoping I don't miss out on the shifter layout. Now this bridge is not the best looking one, but it is still a bridge. So, why not? Bridge shot for the win. Can use Pro Mods, trailer, company pack. What is cap mod? What is CAP? Cabin accessories pack. Not too scenic. Well, we are in very old ETS2 area. That's the bad thing about delivering to Brussels in the default map. But I guess we can focus on the truck instead for now. Have you a link on any of your that AI sound? Yes, there you go. Check out the mods list. Under audio section, there should be the real AI traffic from Sipinho. That's actually in the Steam Workshop. So depending on how you prefer it, you can actually just search there as well. Real AI sound or something similar. Bubble and squeak. Okay, Jack. That doesn't sound very appetizing from the sound. All bubbly and squeaky. There you go. So what did you guys feel about the foggy weather is dead news? What is the official... I'm guessing that has been shared with the entire community, right? Because it's in the main news section of foggy weather, aka, well, now called Natural Lux. I was thinking it was some sort of April Fool's prank initially. But of course, if you're doing a prank, you won't really admit that it's a prank until you've done it. So I was waiting for the comeback. You're sad. Was shared, okay. Bucket of Doom, yeah, we just passed it. Yes, there are some great mods out there. I tried to compile them and try to keep the list updated, but it's not 100% up to date. Like some of the things are still tagged as active, but I actually removed them already. But it's mostly accurate. It's a good place to refer to. All hail Piva. There we go. Full rain now in effect. Have to watch out for these old intersection types again. Just thank goodness for Project Next Gen, so at least the road textures aren't too old looking. They still look like part of the rebuild areas. Actually, right now I think it's not that much of a danger. We might be... Where are we actually? I think we're still in France. Probably. It looks like it. The signs look like it. Can I squeeze in? Yeah, because when you get to the actual Belgium area, the junctions start cutting off. Only a single lane going straight and a single lane dropping off. Very insane. Kirill has been thinking about changing the name. Yes, that one I know. But yeah, I still wasn't expecting it. I should have known, huh? Yeah, I should have expected that to happen already. Yeah. Natural Lux. I like it. Has a nice ring to it, and I really like the new icon and the background. It's so good, very nice. So now, actually, I should ask Kirill about it, but maybe you know as well, Jay. What should I tell people when they ask what graphics mod I have? Do I now say, oh, this is Foggy Weather 2.0, now called Natural Lux, still in closed beta? I guess I can just jump to Natural Lux, right? Because that might be a bit of a too long explanation if I go all the way around. Natural Lux, okay. So it's Natural Lux now. Alright, thanks. Oi, oi, oi. The heck? Cutting in front of me like that. Not very healthy for you. bad choice. Yeah, not in front of a truck, and especially not in front of me. I was looking for the auto pass, but yes, it is over there. Okay, we'll have to stop then. Should have thought longer. Why? Ah, you were referring to a different one. You mean the name? Natural Lux? Why does it stand for something else in the US? NL instead of FW now. Oh, only thing is when I hear NL, I would think Netherlands first before anything else. Yeah, I guess it's a matter of getting used to. You mean like a laxative? Is that like a real brand in the US? Maybe we'll have to rename it again then. I don't know. And maybe European folks won't mind. And US folks will have like an internal laugh about it. Yeah, I didn't know about it, so I was perfectly fine with the name. Trademarked and copyrighted name for a bulb company. Ooh. Maybe natural something. But yeah, I think probably the name will stick because he just changed it. We'll see. But whichever name it goes by, it's still Kirill's mod. Maybe just name it Kirill's mod. Get it over and done with. KM. Most creative naming ever. You were asking about me on Jack's stream. Oh, what were you asking? Oh, this would have been such a nice scenery. Having like different leveled highways like that. One way above, one way below. It's been a while since I've... Actually, I don't remember this area anymore. Yeah, let's call it KM. But okay, natural lux it is, not foggy weather. I am doing good, Kelly. Just came back from China. A week ago I was there. I'm glad to be back. And that trip inspired me to go into flight sim even more. I was actually posting about it. And one of my friends from high school, he's now a pilot. And I was posting about the flight sim aviation stuff. And he messaged me. And he told me it's not too late to study. He was like encouraging me to like study in real life. And I was like, yeah, maybe when it's cheaper. No, maybe I save up a bit more before I think about it. Maybe I start an aviation fund. Let it grow. When it grows enough, I can start learning. I don't know. Bye, Mrs. Clumsy. Unless you lose your goldfish memory. I would need to rely on checklists. Fully. Even for the memory items. Checklist for memory items. Any truck on the right? No, we're good. So yeah, what I was actually doing, so we did the stream last Wednesday with the 737. I fumbled around, googled a bit, well, googled a lot. We got the plane going and then the game crashed. That's basically the summary of it. But if you want to check it out, it's in YouTube now, the VOD. And of course, another clumsy trucker holding up the line. Now this time it was a car in front of the clumsy trucker. You were not at fault. So after that, I was really inspired to learn more. So I was trying it out offline, and I think I get more the idea, but I really need a lot more practice and to read up more and watch more. So what I did, I've been watching Mentor Aviation, or Mentor Pilot, I think is the name of his YouTube channel. And he has like an app with like exclusive content where he goes inside a simulator, like a real, how do you say, those simulators that pilots use. Yeah. He has a lot of recordings on how to do the startup, on explaining items and what they're for, explaining how things work in real life. And I bought it. I bought the collection, but it's like super cheap. It's like, I don't know, maybe around 5 USD for the entire collection. So I bought it last night. I was cheapskating about it. I was like, but it's $5, it's 5 USD. And then I shared to Mrs. Clumsy about it, like, I'm thinking of buying this thing. And she was like, oh, okay, what are you thinking about? Well, it's because this pilot has a lot of nice content, but you have to pay for this and this and this. And she was like, okay, so how much is it? 5 USD. And she was like, what? 5 USD is just like coffee. Like, why would you even hesitate to buy that? And so when after she said that, I was like, okay, I'll buy it then. so I bought it last night. I started watching it today. Very informative, very nice to get in the actual shoes of a pilot. It's nice. So I'll continue watching later, and hopefully by next week it won't be as much of a disaster. This week, last session, let's put it. That's fine, you get the picture. You feel like you've made enough jokes. Have you now? Jokes meaning JDARs? If that's what they mean, then maybe yes. Nah, it's all good. More JDARs are always welcome. You can never get enough JDARs. Lots of clumsy truckers here. That one's parked. You were raging a lot, yeah. You tend to do that a lot. Especially when you know things that others don't. And that was a perfect example. You know a lot more than that than I do. So yeah, I think it's good for your health that you don't attend. Crash vehicle? Whoops. Thank the rain for that visibility. Been playing too much Hunter. You keep seeing moose behind the road. Yeah, okay. We have arrived at that place where you actually have to stay on the left, so you won't get kicked out of the highway. It's a bit weird. You have worked on a 737 and stripped it out completely in real life. Yeah, that would make you much more of an expert. For sure. So when the pilots say, if there's something that's malfunctioning, we have to call engineering, that's basically saying we have to call J. That's perfect. So how do you feel about planes now? Do you still love them? Did you get into the entire industry because you like planes, or was it more of a practical choice? And do you still like them now? Or have you gotten a bit tired of them now because you see them every day and stuff? I know my dad, because both my parents are doctors, and when I watch series, TV series about hospitals, like House MD, they would not like it because they would say, I have too much of that already in real life. I don't like to see that anymore. So is it the same for you? Or are you still like full aviation mode even after work? You still love them? That's very nice. That's amazing. Yeah, you entered the right field then. Because you don't get sick of it even if you do it every day. That's the dream, right? Finding something you love and sticking with it. You don't have to buy pallets now because there is a mod on FS19 to fill up your seeders. That's convenient. 4 bears fell asleep earlier. Wow, 4 bears. Such a pro now. Pro hunter at work. You can never get tired of it. It's a long time now. Yeah. They say you never stop learning, especially in aviation. The one YouTuber I watch, I like his like tagline at the end. And I cannot memorize it, of course. Goldfish memory. But it's something about continuing to learn despite how much experience you've had already. You never stop learning, especially in aviation. So many things to learn. And he has this tagline like stay something. Stay proficient, stay this, stay that. And it's all about continuing to learn and growing. I guess that's applicable in almost anything in life, but in aviation especially because it's just so complicated. And so many dependencies on each other. There you go. Always amendments that keep coming in. By the way, are you familiar with the... What is this called? What is this they call? Navigraph? Like, it requires a subscription, I think. Does anyone know how much that costs? I think it's going to be useful, but not really essential. For a nicer sim experience. If you stop learning about your job, it's time to get another job. That's true. That's very true. Oi! What happened? Did I hit somebody? Invisible car? No clue. Look at that lighting. Beautiful. Goodness, in the reflection on the road. That looks so nice, huh? Yeah, speaking of that one, along those lines, Alex, the other day, we were having a call at work and we were analyzing this pretty complicated problem. Because at work recently, we've started, well, a few years ago, we started working with optimizers. So there is like a, how do you say? I think it's called officially like a mixed integer linear programming, MILP. And it's something about math. Don't ask me how that works. But it's something about letting the computer do its job and calculate the most optimal solution. Yeah, so many things. It's hard to interpret the results if they're right. So you have to like, kind of like think like an optimizer to understand if it's doing the right thing. And so initially, we started learning about it and we were clueless about it. Oh, rain suddenly stopped. But through the years, we got some experience, we got exposure. And the other day, when we were talking about it, we found an issue and we were analyzing the situation. And it's like, it's because of this and that, but because of this, it became like that and that and that. And I was like, and we were onboarding some new people to the team. And I realized then, like, wow, we've learned so much through these recent projects that, you know, it kind of fills you with pride somehow, knowing how far you've gone and how far you still have to go. But yeah, it's good progress. It's just really like, it filled me with pride a bit. And it's a nice feeling. But yeah, the problem still isn't solved. It's still complicated. It's just nice. It's a real, how do you say, brain twister. That's why I love my job. It doesn't pay the best. It gives me the best flexibility though, so I can do stuff in YouTube, stream with you guys. And it gives me those exciting problems at work that I look forward to tackling. It's not something I'd like to just a hassle or something. It's like a puzzle. Solving puzzles at work. I hope it continues though. We'll see. Because things have been very shaky the past few months or years in my company. So we'll see. Keep your fingers crossed. Nice balloons there. The textures are quite good actually. Textures are quite good. I think that's thanks to Project Next Gen. I really like the vegetation in particular. They look so much more real for me versus the standard SCS ones with the sticker-like things. My trip was very good. I talked about it in the episode last Monday, I think. What was that? Episode 254 or something? But yeah, I was very busy, but very fulfilling. Working directly with the customers and seeing how they think, trying to help them adopt to the new system, things like that, and exploring a bit of the culinary culture in Guangzhou, or maybe in China in general. I'm not sure if that's a specific Guangzhou thing. Trying the delicacies and stuff. Hey Rem, thank you for joining. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Man, look at that sky. NL for the win. NL, is it sticking? I think NL is sticking. It's much easier to say than FW. Natural Lux. Tom keeps on saying I should give like a spoiler warning before I talk about this stuff in what I ate in China, so I'm going to give it now. So if you're eating, maybe cover your ears for a while, because I will be sharing some maybe not so appetizing things. Slow down a bit. NL stops, it's just sticking. That's true. That's true. Maybe NL keeps it flowing. I don't know. So yeah, they made me eat different kinds of stuff. Some of the guys here probably watched it already, but for those who missed it, the highlight of the trip was definitely the pork brain. I actually forgot to share it. Yeah, I was supposed to share it in the Discord server. I know I gave a bit of like a heads up, and then I never posted the picture. I'll post it now, but it'll have to be via desktop, because I think the spoiler tag for the image when posting an image is not very accessible in mobile. You'll have to do a lot of like workarounds. So I'll post it via the desktop after this job, and you guys can take a look if you guys are brave enough to to look at it, but not while you're eating, hopefully. Graphics are really good indeed. That's thanks to Natural Lux, formerly called Foggy Weather. Another bucket of doom. They're back. They're fully back. There's a sequel full of pork brains. It's actually a very nice truck, huh? And actually, I noticed a lot of Ivecos racing. So maybe that kind of proves that it's a nice truck. I don't know. I don't know why they're... Like most of the trucks, the racing trucks I've seen in these teams are either MANs or Ivecos. Maybe they're more customizable. I don't know. Are they maybe cheaper? But I don't know if price is an issue with these teams. They do seem to have a lot of funding, sponsors and whatnot. Look at that powerful Iveco. Craft Iveco, there you go. Italians love racing, that's true. It doesn't matter. Maybe price has an aspect. Maybe price has a how do you say? It's a deciding factor as well, or it's a factor at least. Maybe the parts are easy to replace. I don't know. Alright, so after this job, after I park this thing, I'll post that thing on Discord. You guys can take a look. And then I will switch to EVR sounds. If I forget any of those, because, you know, goldfish memory, please let me know, okay? By the way, Jay, what is the equivalent of the 737 in the Airbus? Is there like a direct competitor? I flew on the Airbus A330 on my trip to Guangzhou. I think it's one of the new ones, right? Is that equivalent to the 777? I don't know. You know what? I didn't actually know. I had the impression that the 777 was the biggest plane because it had the highest number. Apparently it's not like that. I wonder how they'll get the truck out of here. Through that door? I doubt it. But I mean, that's their problem, right? Pork brains help your memory. That's what they keep on saying. That I need pork brains so I can answer their questions the next day. That's their excuse. That's what my users were telling me. I can't really attest that it helped much. 777 is the newest one and not the biggest. Yeah, now I know. I thought it was based on size, the number. Apparently not. A320. Ah, okay, A320. Alright. So A330 is maybe a newer one. Although the in-flight system was very old. I hated it. The in-flight entertainment system. So I've ridden on Singapore Airlines one time where the in-flight system was good and it was new. This time it was pretty old. And it was like maybe I can turn off the music here. You know when you watch movies and when you have to rewind or fast forward, it would take like when you rewind for even just 1 second, rewind and then play. Or even less, rewind and then play. It would rewind like for 8 minutes in 1 second. So you cannot just like rewind 10 seconds if you missed a line or something. You have to watch through the entire 8 minutes again. It's like very old school, no touch screen. So it was, I guess, one of the older entertainment systems they had. Maybe they were, I don't know, phasing it out or something. A330 is like a 787. I didn't even know there was a 787. Okay, 24.65 fuel economy. Wow. Okay, that's pretty nice, actually. Alright, so let me go to my photos here. I'll post that thing on Discord. Where is it though? Give me a sec. Ah, there it is. So I'll post 2 things. Well, maybe 3 things. And how do you post things in how do you add like a spoiler tag to things? All right, there we go. Check mark under it. Okay, I'll try that. Give me a sec. I'm almost there. Go to food channel, and if anyone wants to join the Discord, !Discord gets you there. Mark a spoiler. There you go. There we go. Okay. 3 photos posted. The first one is bullfrog. The second one is the pork brain. The third one is actually I forgot, but there's fish under it under all that chili. Something like that. Good. Now I'll have to change my stream title as well because I'm going to remove Kriechbaum's sounds to check out EVRs. Okay, that's updated. You guys can go refresh if you want an updated title. That second one, that was raw though, that was raw. We cooked it, so it was not as pink as that. It became a bit brownish, but the lines were still there. And it felt like had like a tofu consistency. A320 was first introduced in 1987. Some flights may be new and some may be old. Ah, I see. But I had like but we were in an A330, which is, I assume, newer. But maybe they just installed older seats or something. Maybe that's the thing. No cooking would help that. I was kind of hoping that it would go underneath because it was like a hot pot session. That it could go underneath and never surface back. That it would sink into darkness. But it was not to be. So remove that. Do I have it here? No, I don't. Okay. SFX, I think, is what I use. SFX Volvo. Is that the one? Yeah. FH4 13500 for Eugene. Yeah, that's the one. D13C 500. Good. Let's put that in. What is this? Oh, the one for Volvo FM. Yeah. Okay. A330, yes. Ah, okay. So it's not a new one. Alright, alright. Okay, I was thinking it was one of the new Airbuses. What is the newest Airbus? A3... I don't know. A380 was the big one, right? A350? A380. Ah, A380. Okay. Double decker. That's the one with the 4 engines. You'd rather have pasta or McDonald's instead. Yeah, after a while I was like, okay, I'm good for some Western food now. But no, not everything was like that, of course. Those were the delicacies. But they had pretty good stuff actually. And they're eating, they're like this hot pot thing was very, how do you say? Comprehensive? Not really comprehensive. It was very sophisticated. Yeah, that's the word. It was very sophisticated, so you can actually go to like there are lots of things. So there's the hot pot, there's the soup, and you dip the meat there to cook it. But on your plate, you also have a dip, and this dip would come with like garlic, cilantro, I think, Chinese parsley, And then it would come with sesame oil, and they say the sesame oil is like the secret ingredient because it takes away the chili. So the soup comes with lots of chili, like numbing chili, literally numbs your mouth. And to counteract that, so it wouldn't be too much, you dip it in sesame oil, and it kind of chili oil and sesame oil kind of counters each other. At least that's what they said. And it's the first time I've heard about that. Almost all bigger aircrafts have 4 engines, like a 747. So you're saying that was the good stuff? That was the exotic stuff. There are normal good stuff. Oh, they didn't focus on the sounds, actually. That's definitely EVRs, that crispness. Yeah, even the start, super crisp. Coriander for people who are English. So many names, huh? Cilantro, coriander, Chinese parsley. But I love that herb. And like a lettuce leaf makes it looks better. Or just precise. Yeah. And that, the indicators. That spring back. That is just so much triggering my ASMR-ish vibe. Although it feels like... Did I change it? Oh, that's interesting. Why does it look different now? Why does the dashboard look different? Did I change something, guys? Because that definitely didn't look like that. How can a sound engine change how the dashboard looks? A sound mod change how a dashboard looks like? Yeah, EVR sounds are definitely a lot more crisp. But if you like that bassish, that boomish engine sound, you might like Kriechbaum's more. But definitely when it comes to the switches and all the other how do you say, auxiliary stuff, for me, EVR takes the cake, and this one. It's nice to have many options though, especially free ones. So thanks a lot, Kriechbaum, for the contribution as well. Don't get Jack hungry again. I think after seeing that photo, might not be as hungry as before. Sounds better. Dual clutch, yeah. I never want to eat again. Yeah, it seemed like something was missing but couldn't quite place it. That's an accurate description. Okay. Let's see. What's the next one? Munich. Most of these teams are German, huh? Not everything, but most of them. Go to Munchen. Elk burgers. That might work. Oh, I think we'll have to sleep first. There we go, much better. And now we can find the trip. Oh, this is farther actually. And we might go through the same thing. Let's refresh. There we go. Yeah, it goes actually through the same road, so we might have to reroute. So we get a bit of a different thing there. 807 kilometers. That lazy, yes. I was giving the engine a break, you know, starting and stopping it. The battery might not like that very much. So I just towed it over. I'm just kind to the battery. Good. The sound is definitely softer though, but I feel like it's more balanced. Of course, I will not make it there. That is very soft. I don't hear it so much. Magic Volvo for the win. What is the prize for finishing this event? Alex, you got it already, right? Who else got it? These 10 jobs can get quite long, depending on where the destination is for that season, that junction. Let's roll. And what about the SCS news, guys? The update on the blog. Is there any more indication on what that is? Is it really Balkans and Romania? Of course, I have no clue how to identify them. They look pretty nice. Some of them look pretty, how do you say, rural? Very countryside-esque. But I would have no clue where they were. Hey, turtle soap. It definitely is turtle soap. It definitely is. It's my favorite sound mod. The ones from EVR. They're just super crisp. I think the price is not the main roadblock. I think it's more the payment options, because there is no PayPal and you need a credit card that is compatible with LickPay, the payment system used in Ukraine. But if you can get past that, then yeah, I mean, it's like €2. It's almost nothing. MAN this time. That looks very nice. Cool. Is that a Euro 6? I still have hard time determining which is which. I know the Euro 6 is more angular. The older models are more squarish, box type. I'm not sure if it will work, but you can try it. Yeah, because supposedly LickPay can accept cards. I'm just not sure if it's particular, if it's credit or debit. Yeah, you can try it. And if it doesn't work, you can contact Driver Stein. He can help with that, because I think you can pay Driver Stein in PayPal and he would buy the mod for you. I can actually also do that, but because of currency conversion and here in Singapore, PayPal fees and currency conversion is a bit expensive. So you would end up needing to pay like twice the amount. So it's not very economical if you go through me. sec. Let me check. Yeah. Engine, don't die. Thanks for the heads up, Jay. Oh, bit hangish in there. Oh, I forgot to change the route. Yeah, let's change it so we pass by a different area. That one is new, but yeah, from there I think it's going to be the same banana. Stuttgart. So maybe we can pass through here instead. Makes it a lot longer. Well, 100 kilometers longer, shouldn't be that much. And we can pass through some of these roads which I haven't been to. Yeah, that can work. Or instead of there, we can pass through the exciting ones actually. Shortcut. Maybe not so much of a shortcut, but that looks pretty cool. Yeah, not too autobahnish. Okay, good. No pics yet. Well, because there's no bridge yet. Blame the default map. Not as many nice sceneries as in Pro Mods, or as in the newer areas at least. But hopefully we come across some. Does it come with a sound pack? Or is $2 per mod file? It's €2 per truck. So you get the... Yeah, for Volvo it's €2. For the Scania it's €2. So you can pick which you like and try it out first. It does come with free updates though. So like this one, if you buy the Volvo Bucket of Doom Part 3, you guys see that? If you buy this, the Volvo sounds from EVR, you can actually get 2 sounds. That doesn't happen often because you will have the Volvo FH sounds for this truck, and you will also get the Volvo VNL sounds for the ATS Volvo truck. That's like the exception. Usually it's 1 truck per mod. Slow down, there you go. And yeah, that water bottle, water jug shaking sound is just heavenly. I wonder how he came up with that one. It's very smart. Missed the bucket. Maybe you missed the bucket but you got the bear. That's a fair trade. It was raining, so no photos exactly. Also no nice bridges. Wrong gear. I'm glad you have that problem too. So how does it work in MP? Are you able to continue your like save game, Jack, and then Alex can just join in? Or does it have to be like a completely new game? Yeah, I'm really hoping for that too. I'm not even sure what will be included because they keep teasing about the DLC. Oh, this is really slow. 40 over here. Maybe that's a very tight bend. They keep teasing about the DLC, but I'm not sure if they talked about anything in particular that's going to be included in 1.35. Have you guys heard anything? Well, Jay probably has heard something, but have you heard anything that you can share? Mods will be all broke. Yeah, the more the updates, the more likely that will be. We'll have to fiddle around with the mods again. And for sure pro mods will have to disable. I have no idea, of course. That's the press release. It's like the showbiz answer. Your fuel 20.68. Wow. Welcome back. We're just rolling the entire way. Yeah, exactly, Alex. All downhill. 24.65. Yeah, mine was not bad, but yours was a lot better. What truck were you using? I bet that's an Iveco. Secretly, you like the truck so much. You just changed the truck in your log, so we don't know. Renault Clumsy Trucker. SP and MP are shared saves for the host. Ah, that's convenient. That's nice. Scania 4 series. Ah, that one you shared. Yeah, good choice. Photo incoming. Photo incoming. Here we go. Finally. But on MP, you lose the missions given by NPC. Ah, yeah, that command works, huh? There's actually a Clumsy Trucker behind. I still get confused with this look. Like, which one is the front? It's a very strange setup. Very smart, I guess. Trailer design. Remove the blur. Actually, that's not bad, huh? I guess, is this part of the rework? Has this area been reworked already? Because it looks quite nice. Or maybe it's just the textures doing the thing for us. You prefer your DAF truck. Which DAF is that? 95? The new one from, well, the new classic one from XPS? Or something else? RTA version of Volvo FH. I haven't tried that one. I heard RTA is pretty notorious for creating super high poly trucks. So I've never tried them. That actually looks pretty good, huh? A close up. Euro E6. Ah, okay. That's good. That's good. You all have different preferences. Crap Feco. Super high poly. That doesn't bode well for performance though, does it? That's my main concern there. Bouncy cars for the win. Another shot? Nah, let's pass it by. At least now we get to the bridges. We were not getting enough of those a while ago. And yeah, I still don't have an explanation why the dashboard looks different. Maybe Kriechbaum's mod includes a modification on the dashboard? What do you guys think? Because a while ago, the turbo and the speedo, well, the digital speedo, they weren't in the same window. It was like the speedo, the turbo, the engine temperature, and the, what was it? There was one more, I think. But yeah, it definitely did not look like this. Crap. Phew. That was close. Which gear should I be in? That one. Okay, good. Resisted that itchy camera finger. Alright. You still get 60 FPS with your 980. Ah, that's good. Even in pro mods? That's cool. Maybe it's not that bad then. I guess it also depends on the scaling. You don't use pro mods. Ah, I see. MHA map. Let's go with that one. There we go. A lot more windy this one, but I like it. Gives a lot more excitement. You don't just travel through the same highways. A lot more twisty. I don't think I've tried the MHA map. From what I remember, it adds a few pieces here and there. A new city here, more like, how do you say, designs here and there. But it's not like a full-blown new countries and new cities, right? Like, it's mainly like improvements on the main map. At least that's how I understood it. Nice colored truck. Too many games. What are you playing right now, Jay? Which reminds me, I still haven't played the Soviet city builder. Workers and Resources, I think. I still have a copy of that. And I still have to check out the updates on the Frontier Pilot Simulator. The guys have been emailing me telling me that there are huge updates, and yeah, it's been a while since I checked them out. Jack, I think you had some time to play that recently, right? The HUD looks very different now. It looks more polished. Doesn't feel as raw. I tried the Frostpunk, was it? Or maybe it sounded like that. Is it the survival, the city builder survival? Where you're like stuck in the middle and you have to survive the snow and the lack of resources and stuff. Foundation I have not tried. I don't think I have the creative juices for it. Yeah, that's too many games, alright. You can play like Division 2 and that would be taking up everything of your time already, probably. Ah, that's the one indeed. Okay, cool. Hey, Synth. How are you, man? How have you been doing? Glad you could join. Yeah, doing great as well. Excited for the weekend. Excited for the weekend. Just a bit more. Is that a railroad crossing sign? It is. Okay. It's too much. I knew it. Still too much. Do we need to stop? Well, the AI isn't stopping. So, okay. Train Mechanic Simulator. You still don't have enough engineering at work. Man, you really love your job, huh? That's nice. Shipbuilder Simulator. Is there such a thing? That's cool. I would have no idea where to start. Mine would probably just sink straight off. Good. Hasn't been released yet. Ooh, is there multiplayer? That sounds like Raft. Castle Flipper. That sounds interesting. Is it from the same guys who did the House Flipper? Most brains think alike. Can't say that again. Slow down. It's a bit skimpy right here. Get out of my head. So what do you do in MP and Hunter? Is it like different roles? Like one can be like the bait, wearing the, like putting meat on your shoulder or something. I don't know how you make that work. And then when the thing starts going into the bait, then the other guy can shoot it. Doesn't sound healthy for the bait. That's what you need me for. Maybe I can be the bait. Yeah, that sounds good. Actually, that doesn't sound good. That sounds scary. Crash ATV and laugh. Oh crap. Okay. Yours will be like mine. What do you mean? Which one is this, Kelly? I think I missed a few messages. Don't play them daily. Just once a week each game. On rotation. Ah, right. We coordinate and then make fun of Jack using the wrong ammo. Sounds good. I'll try and drop by in the next session. When are you hunting next time again? Maybe I can schedule my flight. Scheduling flights. Like a real thing. Making sure that by the time you stream, I'm cruising already. That's, I think, a tall order for me. You fired slugs at 163 yards. I'm guessing the slugs are something like short range. Something for like a shotgun. Like a spread thing. You shot a vicious rock this morning. It was charging you. Is that how you call it in the UK? Slugs instead of bullets. I thought that was like a kind of bullet. Yeah, that's what I know. Shotgun type. Yeah. So that one I'm familiar with. I think in my Counter-Strike days. My ship. Oh, in the shipbuilder? Yeah, that wouldn't be healthy too healthy to ride in. What? Very bouncy? Are you okay? Had it been 16 gauge, it would have been fine. We're going hunting as well, Jay. Later during your streaming time. Up to how many players is that? So you can have X number of baits. Three ATVs, how many could it be? Up to 8. Oh, that's nice. Hunting party. Jack with no brakes. But at least you were able to start your own ATV, huh? You didn't need Alex for that. You needed Alex for stopping. Organic brakes. Oh, wrong range. My bad. Random takeoffs as well. I think random takeoffs I can relate to somehow. These AI sounds are really good. That's what I miss. If you stick with the default SCS sounds, you can hardly hear them. Yeah, something like that subtle. Well, not really subtle, but it's something you would hear in real life. He can start his own engine. It's almost like having an open window mode, that's true. Yeah. Actually like it. Helps you feel that the AI is really there somehow. Oi. I see a triangle. Lots of events here right now. Alex getting elked. I didn't. Is that what you mean? That you got 2 elks? I think I should see that clip. It was revenge. How long does it take to get into this hunting thing? Does it have a steep learning curve? 5 times. Goodness. I can be like your photographer. I can join you guys and I would have no gun. And I would just taking photos while you do the hunting. It's on your Discord. Okay, I'll have a look. Okay, no learning curve. You don't need to read checklists or whatnot. Just look and shoot. That sounds good. Easy to get into. Yeah, I'll be your journalist. Taking photos. I'll have to buy it first though. I haven't bought it yet. Maybe next time it goes on sale. How much is it, by the way? Take the animal collars in the camera. I don't think I want the animal collar. That will make me bait, right? Only have to know which end of the gun to point with. 20. That's not bad, actually. I was expecting it like a $50 or $60 AAA game because of how good the graphics are. Not to jump down the tall buildings. I try not to. Might suddenly get the urge to take off or something. Worth it just for the graphics. I think I'll get into it as well. I'm missing out on all the fun. But yeah, it's really more fun in MP, huh? And that coming from an MP shy guy. The mountain climbing. Mountain climbing that took you an hour to do. Hey, Sim! Or Thor, I should say. How have you been doing, Thor? Have you seen me getting into the airliner? Embarrassing, but I need to start somewhere. Oh, that looks beautiful. The mountains in the distance actually help with the scenery a lot. And those bends on the highway, very nice. 117? Or do you mean like 11 or 17? No worries, no worries. Yeah, it was just 2 days ago when I got into an airliner. My first time trying to fly one. Highlight on trying. It did not go as smoothly, but I think it went as smooth as people expected it to. Borderlands 1 and 2 Game of the Year has provided an enhanced version of it with 4K textures. Ooh. Oh, and I heard that Borderlands 3 will be coming out in September, right? That might be something fun to get into. My brother told me about it. You need a mod that highlights switch positions in the airliner. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that would be nice. 3 is only on Epic. Yeah. But does it matter that much? My brother also told me about it, that I think it will be on Steam but only much later. I'm not really opposed to having like another launcher, as long as it's not too intrusive. Like Foundation is only on Epic Games, right? No, not Foundation, sorry. Satisfactory is only on Epic Games. Borderlands Enhanced is out now too. Is that the 4K thing that Jay was mentioning? Or is that a different thing? Epic Games is really stepping it up. That's the 4K thingy. Okay, I see. So I guess you also have Epic Games, right, Jay? How do you find it? It's a 4K thingy. Pretty accurate description, right? 8 game launchers. I can imagine. So I guess it doesn't really matter, huh? As long as it auto updates, then it should be fine. Yeah, I'm not really too attached to Steam, so I guess it should be okay. I have no clue yet though what would come with Borderlands 3. I'm assuming there would be a completely new set of heroes again, of choices, different powers and whatnot. You use the Twitch launcher because you have over 100 free games. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I also have it. I think I have a couple of free games installed. Yeah, same with me. I don't really mind. I mean, it's pretty standard nowadays to have payment options, multiple payment options, and auto updates. That's all I really need. You don't mind using Epic, but they've got a long way to go. Oh, have they? I'm not. I'm on base map because I'm doing the World of Trucks contracts. Yeah, delivering these racing trucks to Brussels. And unfortunately, it's not very compatible with map mods. It can get very finicky. Can't track time played, no community tabs. Ah, okay, so it doesn't have the bells and whistles yet. Yeah, the time played could be very nice too. Yeah. It kind of just sucks if you have like multiple spots. Well, I guess as long as you have only one platform for one game, it should be fine. It sucks if you have like ETS2 on both Steam and Epic, and your time played would be split among them. It's kind of a hassle. You need to look at both to get the full picture. Slow down, slow down. Let the retarder do the work. Let the water juggle. Use your vanilla profile for all the WOT stuff. Yeah, normally I do that as well, but I think I have this profile now for the vanilla map, but the modded everything else, so that I can do World of Trucks contracts and still have some mods in. Bit of balance. Very nice windy roads. I think it was yesterday. So I got into the plane again. I got into the 737 again. I was going through the checklist, trying to get the plane started. I took off, and somewhere along the way I made a mistake. I think it was in the FMC, the route planning. I planned the wrong route basically, and I got stranded in the middle of the air with the autopilot ending, with the FMC ending the route. And I was like, okay, what now? And then I tried it one more time, and this time I made it to the airport, to the destination airport, but on a different angle. So I was not facing the runway. It was like a bit skewed. So I kind of just like flew over it. So still a long way to go. Oi, what is this? Bro! But yeah, after that I was just so hammered I couldn't record anything else. But trucking was my savior. Like, I could still record some trucking because it was so calming. You don't need so much brain power in it. That's the amazing thing about this game. You can just turn off your brain and relax. That's the entire point. And it just soothed me so much. That's why I recorded the silent trucking episode. Because that was after the stressful plane situation. Let me get back on chat. Ooh, train. Scotsman still here? That's for you. Epic would have to update to include that time played and achievement soon. They started only recently. Yeah, I heard about that. Like, only a couple of months back. Good night, Kelly. Have a good one. Catch you next time. No profanities, please. Who said that? Thank you, Alex, for helping with the moderation. Can't expect to add it all in one go. Yeah, that's true. Wouldn't be fair. But it's a good step. It's good progress. I guess it's also mainly because of habits and getting your mind used to stuff. And because for me, flying a plane is so new, I have to keep 100% concentration the entire time. For sure, the pilots, the real pilots who do it every day are like on autopilot. Their brains have this habit already, this routine. So they don't need to go like full throttle the entire time. And that's how I'm like at least a little in truck sim. Like shifting gears is not really second nature, but not that brain intensive anymore. It's more like muscle memory at times, and that helps a lot. Many people don't support Epic because of Tencent involvement. Is Tencent a huge investor in Epic? Yeah, I keep reading about this routines and stuff. The importance of having routines in your life, because it helps you. Like they say, it's good to have routines. Like in the morning, do the stuff the same way every time, so that your mind can be programmed to like record it and make it part of your habits. Because if it's part of your habit, if it's part of your routine, then you don't have to spend so much brain power on it, and you can spend that brain power elsewhere where it really needs to be used. So that's why they encourage having like routines to untangle you from the daily stuff. Actually quite smart. Majority shareholder. I see. Well, it's a big company. Owns nearly half of the studio. Wowzers. Is that how they got big? Because of the investment? I guess it opened a lot of doors for them, huh? Very nice shirt on today. Me? Is it visible? It's an old one. I think it's a Randy Couture shirt. So yeah, quite classic now. MMA stuff. Who became big? Goodness. The Jadar is real. 60 again. Okay, let's stick to 60 then. Yeah, so trucking has always been my go-to place for relaxation. It's just become a staple now. Company add-on mod, I haven't yet. I tend to stay away normally from those kind of mods because they're very sensitive to map mods. Like they're incompatible, they screw things up a bit. But actually I haven't tried. How is it? And what does it do? I think I saw it in the thread when I was browsing through the SES forums, but yeah, like the company gates add-on before, I kind of am a bit apprehensive there. Like the additional parking slots and whatnot. So far you like it. Ooh, nice. What does it do? Company add-on mod. I remember Rob had a few problems. He installed one of Shumi's mods for adding like harder parking, and I think it kind of messed up with Pro mods, was it, or one of the recent DLCs, and he was getting some weird behavior stuff. Or maybe that's the same mod that Rob was trying. Makes parking and maneuvering much more challenging. Is it compatible with Pro mods? Maybe it was a different thing that it was conflicting with then. That's cool. Yeah, I think ETS needs that because ATS already has has a lot of those things, huh? And ETS mostly has like a basic parking mechanic, even if you pick the advanced ones. So that would be very welcome indeed. I'm just thinking about the compatibility. Sleeping areas in many companies, nice. So what it does is it changes the drop-off and pickup points from the companies. Epic made a lot of money through Fortnite. Netted more than 1 billion revenue. Wow. Is that before or after the investment? Because I'm thinking maybe Fortnite was made possible by the investment from Tencent. Or did Tencent invest after they became successful with Fortnite? Before. Ah, okay, cool. I see. You think the drop-off and pickup points are the same, it just adds trucks to the depots. Ah, yes, I think I've seen photos of this, yes. And I was thinking initially, aren't there trucks already? But then if I think about it, they are more like trailers that are currently in pickup points. Yeah, maybe I'll try it out. Thanks, that's something to spice up the ETS2 style. I hope it won't go in conflict with the World of Trucks contracts though. Hopefully not also with map mods. Oh, it's full on rain. The logo of Natural Lux, I like it. So the name, I'm not so sure. I like the natural part. The Lux makes me think of shampoo. I think there's shampoo or conditioner named Lux, at least in this region. So that's what I relate it to, like a natural shampoo. But I think in the US it's worse. So I think how I attribute it to is a bit better. You for one love it. Looks a lot better. It does look a lot better. Yeah, the icon. Lux is light. Ah, okay. Yeah, because I was thinking maybe we can name it Natural Light instead of Natural Lux, but I see. So it's actually the same meaning. Just what language is that, Lux? Greek? Latin? I don't know. Means light in a different language. I see. Luxury. I thought initially Lux was for like deluxe. No, not Latin. Oh, that is the bane of the hunters. Hunter's bane? Latin? I guess that's how it. I guess that's how the brand that I'm familiar with came up with theirs. Lux is something like luxury or royalty. Welcome back again. Did you do another job? In the Moose speak Latin. It's a different flying guy. There you go. Lots of flying happening today, or this week. ATVs flying, people flying, planes flying, staying on the air. Oh man, this would be so nice a screenshot. Lux is based in Singapore. Which Lux is this? Is it the bulb company you were talking about? Another job indeed. Maybe you went the opposite way and now it's full uphill. Ah, there, yeah, that's the one, yeah. It's Unilever, I see. That lighting looks so good. Let's include a bit of the bridge. Landed in the forest. Rip. Indeed. This lighting actually looks pretty good on it, huh? Highlights the beautiful parts. Let's get a close-up. At least you landed. Mine crashed. And not on land or anything. Crashed the desktop. EVR even sounds good in photos. It's that good, huh? I don't think it should, Scotsman. No idea either. I'm not sure if you survived through all the laughing though. You might have survived the crash, but not the laughing. I did remember that in VT log, they said at times there could be problems with the fuel economy. That there were problems with the telemetry or something. So sometimes the fuel economy would bug out. And in such cases, they would put like a dummy value in there just so the log wouldn't crash or wouldn't stop. I'm not sure if it's still there or if it's been fixed since. I have to move to the left now before the lane cuts off. Of all the hundreds of names, Kirill picked Natural Lux. I think we can grow into it, yeah. It's actually pretty nice. I like the natural part, the Lux part, I think I can get used to it. You have pains in your face and ribs still. You already had the number dialed, huh? My goodness, that laugh. NL. NL 2.0. Well, maybe this is NL 1.0 then. Once it releases. Speeding. But soon enough. It should be 90 anyway. Now we are in Belgium. Yes, I think. Oh crap. Here we go again. Yeah. It looks like NL 1.0 sounds good. Very nice sky, and it's actually blue behind. Yeah, look at that from the side mirrors. Cannot see it so much, but this is what I don't like though. Look at how sharp this highway is. I would very doubtful highways should be this sharp. That would be very much a hazard, a traffic hazard. I squeeze in. Thank you. Might be some new skies too. Ooh, nice. More skies the better. Sneaks away. Ooh, look at that! Is that me? Probably not. It's taking off so smoothly, that's probably not me. Worst mistake ever. Getting Alex's mic working. How did you guys manage it? What was wrong with it? Wow, these guys don't give way at all. I hate this bit. Belgium is super old in this game. Worst intersections ever. It's a Windows security setting. Alex apparently can speak. Yeah, nice to hear your voice. At first, when I watched the clip, I was thinking like, Jack sounds a bit different. Where did his accent go? Not allowing apps to use the mic. Ah, I see, I see. Just not in complete sentences. Easy, easy. Is it one of those again? I have to look at the signs now. Yeah, I have to keep left. Yeah, the GPS sometimes helps with that. Like right now, there is that arrow, but if there are like two junctions next to each other, the second one, it will not sign that you have to move left because it assumes that you stay on the left side, which is, I think, a wrong assumption, because as a truck, you would normally veer off to the slower lane, right? Once it's available. Like, once this comes in, you would normally have to like move right already. Did you fix your ATV or not? Did it break? Or did it fly and maybe it didn't get much damage? How did that happen anyway? I think Alex was the one responsible for that. He probably pulled the plug or something because you slammed into him. Revenge. Left it there, too dangerous. Crazy stuff always happens in MP. ATV Mechanic Simulator, you'll need Jay for that. I should have had Jay there. He would have fixed it. Probably did. A landmine. A fart control? Yeah, that's more likely. Actually, we haven't seen much fart control recently. Shouldn't it have been in Germany? Okay, now it's our turn. Brussels reminds me of beer. Belgian beer, I think, is my favorite. I'm not a real expert on beer, but from what I've tasted, the Belgian beer is very nice. I like in particular the ones they ship here. It's called Leffe. Leffe. It's probably one of the internationally shipped ones, but most probably the local ones are even better. How about you guys? Any particular favorite? Yeah. That doesn't have friendly fire? Oh, that's where the fun is. I was planning some things already. No friendly fire, boo. Must have had its flaps down. Oh yeah. Forgot to retract him, huh? I was near nothing. That was the first thing you tried with Jack. You were disappointed. Yeah, you probably would get nowhere if you had friendly fire on. You would just shoot at each other the whole day. It'd be like a revenge thing. Oh, that's a bit too fast. Sheesh. Just leave the X to do the job. Or are they? I thought they were harmless. Yeah, I think I have a lot to learn about hunting. I might just come up next to a bear and pat him on the back. When we were in the Irish pub in Guangzhou, it feels so weird. All the combinations. We had a lot of, well, Guinness, I think, is the staple. Is Guinness an accurate, how do you call it, that drink? It's very distinct. Yeah, it's, I would not even call it beer. A stout? Or the elks are very effective. Or a water buffalo. That's how you call it. Which one? Guinness? Yeah, so I wonder what Shumi's mod will do to this kind of crop off. Because this one is pretty straightforward. Oh! The pedals just slid off. It's not enough. Still have to do though. Bring it back. Just a little. Bring it back full now. Can I see anything from there? Of course not. Oh, that's not bad. That is not bad. Lucky. Guinness is Guinness. Oh, that's the brand and that's the type? Or food to some. One of my Polish colleagues called it something soup. But yeah, because of the calories. It's good as food. One sec. Should I have 5 jobs done now? There we go. That's a bit of progress. So where else do we need? We finished Stuttgart, we finished Munich. Berlin, Bremen, Cologne, I think I did already. Bratislava. Wow, that's a very far distance to Bratislava. Amsterdam is short. Maybe we can still do Amsterdam, huh? Yeah, I think that's perfect. Should be right next door. Let's go there. You can live on it. See you guys in the morning. How's the fuel consumption on that last job? There we go. Yeah, that's a short one, 208. Yeah, I think you have to be strategic here.
If you want to drive not too long routes, you have to time your which jobs you take depending on where the destination is for that current leg. So I think here, Amsterdam is the best choice, as well as Cologne. Let's take that. 27.65. Oh, thanks. Not bad. So it's still not all downhill though. Twisty roads eats your fuel. That's true. That's true. Man, that is super crisp, really. There was a suggestion, I think by Muhammad. Suggestion on the YouTube channel. Well, on the main series. So we were driving with the DAF 95, right? And he was suggesting that I adapt the DAF 105, DAF XF 105 sounds from EVR into the DAF 95. I think the DAF 105 was like the last free mod from EVR. And I remember I was hearing a lot of very good sounds from there. I remember enjoying it very much. So yeah, maybe it fits. But do you guys know if it fits in reality? Does the 95 sound a lot like the 105? Or did the engines change very much during that transition? Because I can probably work on it, but I would like it to be realistic. Your preferred pint is Grolsch or Spitfire, but the occasional Bishop's finger goes down well too. It's for Jay. Yeah, those are all very Jadar friendly. Put it. Hey! Massive bits from Alex. Thanks a lot, man. Was not expecting that at all. Thank you. Appreciate that. GG, man. Now I can buy more Guinness. Or Leffe. Maybe it's better. From the US, my favorite is Sam Adams. I don't see that here. It's very rare. So when my colleague introduced me to that when I was there, I was like, wow, this is good. I don't know what kind of beer that is though. I mean, I'm very ignorant when it comes to drinks. Like, I know it's beer, but I don't know the type. Except maybe if it's like wheat beer. But the others, it's all beer to me. But the Sam Adams one, I think that's my favorite US beer. If it's even US. It sounds like it. And why do I have my wipers on? Thank you. Anyone want to bet what this truck is going to be? I think it's an Iveco. What is that thing? A Scania? Is it? Looks like it. It looks like a Scania P. One of those smaller ones. Cool. Yes, that's a bit different looking. You would have thought the team from Amsterdam would maybe use a DAF or something. Cars. Have a good night, Scotsman. Clumsy trucking. Good progress. I'm super excited for multi-drops. When multi-drops come, I'm going to do the same thing that Scotsman did. I'm going to start a new profile and really work on the trucking empire. I really like that. Being able to plan it through and through. I'm not so sure that's a top priority though for SES. It's not mainly about trucking, it's more on the economy system already. But personally I like that. That's my number one thing. Multi-drops in Trajan. That can work. Did things get a bit laggy for you? Oh yeah, my GPU is getting pretty close, I guess, with all the traffic. Okay, now it should be better again. Alright, there was just a spike back there. Keep it here. So anything new in the ATS side? It's been a while since I played ATS. What was the last thing I heard? Actually, I can't remember anymore. I think the updates were mostly on ETS2 side. Although they did share, SES did share the Washington Post. They had a post about Washington screenshots, I think. Or was it the new trailers, upcoming trailers? Yeah, like that one. Was that a plane? Before reaching the destination, Clumsy's truck flips over. I remember that when we were in... where was it? In Grand Utopia, I think that was, right? Last minute crashing before we ended the stream. Dang it, it was so clean back then. Before that time. Everyone move over to the left. No, keep the balance. Keep the balance in there. Are we going to pass by some of those nice, how do you call it? Airplane flyovers, where actual planes pass through over the road. Oh, that's an airport. You can't miss that. Well, I guess we just did because I pressed the wrong button. Dang it. Maybe we can still capture one or two shots. One sec. Be there. Oh, it's too far away. Oh no, it's still there. Good. What is that humongous thing? The mothership. Is that a 747 or an A380? I still cannot tell. A 747. Ah. That's what she said. I fell right into that one, huh? How can you tell? Like, I was looking at websites which like differentiate between the two, but they were very minor differences for me. They looked very much alike. Is that KLM? I think that should be, right? MKA. And what is that? Bulge at the front. That thing like a big head. Oh, this is Jadar through and through. So when it has a big head, it's a Boeing or it's a 747. Jadar maxed out, I know, right? Yeah, keep falling into these things. Left and right. Where is the flyover? Ah, it was this one. Oh, yeah, it's this one. Yeah, perfect. Okay, yeah, this was what I was looking for. How about that one? How can you tell if that's an Airbus or a Boeing? Because each model looks quite different as well, right? depending on the nose, I don't know. Is it even accurately modeled? I don't even know. Let's take a shot with that. It does not look half bad. That's first class, top deck only, partial double decker. Ah, I see. So that's why it has a bulge there. A bulge because of the big head. Goodness. How do they come up with these things? Seems like they have someone on their side having their own JDAR. It's a very nice skyline. What city is that? Is that still Amsterdam? No, that is actually Rotterdam we're seeing. Ah, I've never been. Never been. Oh, it's getting very bouncy. All pilots have big heads to fit their caps. It's a requirement, huh? Can't wait to talk to my friend again. Because the last time we talked, like we attended a wedding. This is my high school friend who's a pilot now. And like his wife is also a pilot. Last time we talked, I was not into aviation yet. So I'm excited to meet him again and ask all these questions. I hope he's not fed up with the aviation. I hope he's more like Jay, who still loves it. So I guess I'll find out, judging by his enthusiasm answering my first question about it. I don't even know what plane he flies, because I think you are basically like, you don't really switch planes that often, right? So that you can get enough proficiency in a specific type. I don't even know if you switch at all, unless it's like for a new model or something. No JDAR at all. Big heads to fit their caps. Oh my goodness. Hey Cummings, the bulge was added so they could load cargo through the front of planes to attract cargo market too. Ah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Good catch there. Yeah, I was what was it? Was it Boeing? Yeah, I was watching a video from Mentor about this. And apparently, and correct me here if you know differently, they modeled the 747 like that it was meant to be both a passenger and a transport cargo plane. Because during the time when they modeled it, when they designed it, people were still looking at the future of aviation, heading into the, how do you call it, sound barrier thing, like going past the sound barrier, speed of sound or whatnot. So they were not intending the 747 for, they wanted to have a fallback plan in case there were like new planes or faster planes or whatnot. So they made it compatible for cargo as well. And I think it's still being used a lot for cargo, right? Supersonic, there you go. Yeah, supersonic. BA. Is that British Airways? Used it as a cargo plane. Yeah, I think it fits pretty well as a cargo plane. Supersonic flights. Mainly for longer flights and higher capacity. Yeah, he was mentioning because the time before, people thought it was going to be like a hub system where you would have these major airports. People would be fed into that by other smaller airports, and then these jumbo there's these jumbo airliners would take care of the travel across the regions. Wow, look at that windsock. Crosswinds hype. 90-degree crosswind. Ouch. .747 was mainly for longer flights and higher capacity. Cargo was just evolved into... Yeah, I guess it was more of an afterthought, huh? Like a fallback plan. So good to fly and land in the 747. Does it feel massive? Have you flown it in the sim? Does it feel different from a 737? I guess it should, huh? Okay. Yes, there we go. I thought that was too sharp a turn. It was mainly to compete with the Antonov. I've seen that as well. I think the Antonov is the biggest plane ever, or the biggest cargo plane. It looks massive. I've only seen it a few times on video. I'm guessing it's Russian, huh? We have an Antonov in Manila, but it's a very different Antonov. It's a super cheap vodka that I think is just pure alcohol. It's super cheap. You buy it in the convenience store. You buy it in 7-Eleven. Antonov. And we've been nailed a couple of times by that Antonov vodka. When you just want to get drunk, that's what you take. No subtleness at all. Very nice wind turbines here. Pop, 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 pop. When landing, you still think you have a lot longer before wheels down. Ah, I see. Well, hopefully it still has that 50, 40, 30 to help you, right? I wonder whose voice they recorded there. Sounded very serious, guy. Antonov vodka. I will forever have that etched into my mind. That's something even my goldfish memory won't forget. A couple of times I fell victim to that. 50 landed. Oh goodness, that is Jack's voice actually. Which is the plane with the retard? That's Airbus, right? I remember watching like an explanation why there is such a thing and why in Boeing it doesn't. By the way, maybe you guys know, because I've been trying to research about this and I still don't know the answer. How does it work with speed brakes? I mean, when you land, do you have to like manually set the speed brakes? Because I saw that it's possible to have the speed brakes automatically set. And the reverse thrusters, how, like, I'm confused how to land there. I mean, the Baron doesn't have it, so I don't know how they relate to each other. Landing speed brake, you set it to set. Because like in X-Plane, there's like, if you press number 3, it moves the speed brake one notch lower. And if you set it to 4, it arms the speed brake one notch higher. Something like that. So how do you set it to set? It's there a separate button for it. It will auto deploy. Ah, so you kind of arm it. How do you do that? No, I mean speed brakes. I mean the airliner should have it, right? Like I don't know how you call it. It should be speed brakes, I think. Like this knob near the thruster, near the thrust. How do you call it? Oh. Yeah, that one. The speed brake lever. Move it down 1 notch. Ah, so the 1 notch is setting it, and then it's going to be automatic when you land. Yeah, the 737 has it. Ah, cool. So I just have to press 4 one time, and it should be good. Okay, good. Yeah, the 737 has both. And then the reverse thrusters, you would also open that when you land, and then you would turn it off around what, 80 knots, something like that. These guys are getting a lot of racing trucks right now. Cool. Okay, thanks. Now I know. When I get to that point, hopefully remember it. Because I still haven't. I haven't gotten to that landing point yet. The FMC keeps screwing with me. And now I'm also learning how to create a full flight plan with SIDS and stars and approaches and whatnot. So quite a lot to learn, but it's all very exciting. You use animated gates version 3.1. Ah, cool. Yeah, down. Just leave them on or you will take off in reverse. Which one? The reverse thrusters? Taking off in reverse. Goodness. Imagine how that looks, huh? That's clumsy flying right there. Yeah, I figured. Oh, one more thing. So in the Boeing, you have a toga button. So the advice is to, when you're ready to take off, you set N1 to 40%. And then when it's at 40%, then you can hit the toga button so that the autopilot and the systems are set for takeoff. But my question is, once you press the toga button, why do you still need to throttle up? Wouldn't the toga kind of like put you in the takeoff thrust anyway? Like, isn't it a bit redundant? Sec. If it's autopilot, then you won't need it. Yeah, because when you press the toga button near the throttle, it kind of thrusts to the takeoff level already, so around 90%, whatever the setting is. But then I see the pilots, like in real life, they would like press it and they would still like push the throttle forward. It's like, why do you still need to do that? Or maybe they're just assisting the throttle, just it so it for sure it pushes forward. I don't know. You manually thrust, but you can autopilot take off if you want to. That's to make sure it gives you the required thrust before takeoff. So it's a bit of a redundancy. So we're sure. Makes sense. Cool. Thanks. Hopefully I can use that the next time I try. Because if you saw the stream last Wednesday, it was a bit like my thrust was at 101% or something like that, because I didn't have auto throttle on. So I was not following the takeoff thrust, I was doing it more. And I guess that's not very healthy for the engines. Good thing they didn't break down. No wonder they were in the red. Okay, we have 6 out of 10 now. That's good. So we have Berlin, Bremen, Cologne. Berlin, Bremen, Bratislava, and Frankfurt left. Yes. I wonder where the next destination is. He kept raging. Well, yeah, that's true. You left some comments too. Oh, on Twitch? Maybe I should see that, because I don't get notified by that. I hate that. It doesn't have auto notification thing. Alright, but I'll check. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully next week they do a much better job. But with you guys around, I feel more confident. Alex already mentioned that problem. Which was this one? Oslo is the next destination. Wow, that's quite far. Yeesh. Yeesh. Oslo. Frankfurt to Oslo is a bit far. What else do we? Okay, let's do some planning. Ah, yes, the heat buttons. Yeah, I was wondering what that fog was about. Yes, good point. Now I know. So that's why it's part of the checklist. In real life, pilots usually only have the manual control for 15 minutes of the total flight time. Yeah, the advice is even like after you climb 400 feet, turn on the autopilot already. So very early on. And then maybe bring back the controls before landing. I don't know, less than 1,000 feet to go before landing. Let's see. So we have Berlin. Berlin should be closer. Bremen. Where is Bremen? Bremen. I kind of think like Fallout when I hear Bremen. Aren't those like the cows? The two-headed cows in Fallout? Or does that just sound a bit different? Data in the computer. Yeah, I think it can do auto land. I just haven't set it up fully. Bremen is North Germany, thank you. Ah, there we go. Okay, so I found it. So that's close to Oslo. That's, well, not really, but it's closer. Alright, Berlin, almost same area. So everything will be far, but Frankfurt will be the worst. Bratislava is even worse. Bratislava is in Slovakia, right? Should be Bratislava. Yeah, that's going to be pretty tough. Yeah, should be Munken, because it's spelled different. So the local name doesn't have the I, so it should be what? How do you? I went there a while ago. Go to. So if you type Munich, it won't see it. But if you go Munken, something Munken, like that, that one works. Yeah, Brahmin cows. Yeah, that's the one that comes to mind. Yeah, so actually it's quite confusing when you have the localized names. It won't be accurate for the console anymore. It confuses me every time. Like Cologne even. Cologne should be Koln if you type it in the console. Next is Manchester, then St. Petersburg, then Budapest. Manchester. St. Petersburg, wow. All the way there. Budapest though is close. Slovakia to Budapest. Yeah, that's pretty close. Bratislava to Budapest. Maybe I wait for that. I'm glad that you're done. Yeah. It's going to take a while. That's true. It's nice though that they have these different trailers. The most different one I've seen was from Czech Republic. It didn't look like that box trailer with the trailer at the back at all. It looked like what was it? It was the episode last Monday. Looked a bit different than these other ones. Where are we? We're in Munich now. Yeah. Prague. That's the one from Prague. Yeah, right. Actually, that's not bad at all either. Less bassy, but you can really hear. And I don't know the technical terms. The grindiness of it. That actually gives me a few shivers as well. Yeah, the revs and they kind of, I don't know how to describe it. There's like a grainy factor that is not there in Kriechbaum sounds. When you rev it. Maybe it's the crispness because of the sound quality. You hear more of the details. Let's go and do a little bit of sightseeing. Finish the stream somewhere. Can you go down the rabbit hole? We can go down that rabbit hole if you guys want to explore. But I'm afraid we'll have the same problem as in Grand Utopia. When you go past the boundaries, safety is not it's not guaranteed anymore. No rabbits. Are you also hunting those? Go please. Okay, let's try. Let's be adventurous. Let's be spontaneous, right? Maybe it's just a dead end. Loud rabbits. How does a rabbit even sound like? I don't think I've ever heard a rabbit. Try the stiffness command. The suspension stiffness. Like it has big boots on. Oh, the steps are very loud. Maybe those are some heavy rabbits. Here we go. Please fasten seatbelts. Oh, it's just a dead end. If I stay there, will the AI still spawn? I don't think they spawn in front of you, huh? Yeah, I don't think they do. Oh, you can actually do some off-roading here. Where are they going? Oh, no, 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 no. That was so painful. That's so... My headphones. Oh, rip headphone users. That hurt. That's a very nice building though. In Brussels. Brussels Cathedral, maybe? Is there such a thing? Clumsy trucker. Screenshot. If we survive this, we can take a screenshot. Oh crap. I don't like the look of that. Let's take a photo before we fall into the pit. Fall into the rabbit hole. Oh, you can actually see the hole. Goodness. I don't think there's an angle. Well, maybe if you go lower. Too much. Too much. Maybe there's a road and we just don't see it. We can try very slowly, approaching it very cautiously. For science. Oh no, 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 it's real. It's real. I think we need some diff lock. Nope, doesn't work. I think both of our wheels are kind of floating right now. Yeah, I think more than diff lock. I think there is no other choice but to dig in. Actually, either way, we're stuck, right? Okay, yeah. Hanging by a moment. Beach. Cannot as well. Okay, let's get into service here. Total service. Cannot. I wonder where. Should be right before the border, if it loads even. You can hear that whistle of relief from the truck. Phew, I survived. Well, we kind of survived. Let's take a shot of that. That actually looks pretty nice. Beautiful truck. Anyway, let us leave it there, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for the tips. Thanks for the info. And I look forward to our next sessions, especially the next clumsy flying session. Hopefully it's less frustrating, more successful, but we'll see. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope to catch you guys hunting soon. Maybe I can even join in the fun. We'll see. Thank you. Have a great weekend. I'll catch you guys on Discord and in your respective streams. I hope if I can drop by. Thank you. Have a nice day. Catch you in the next one. Happy weekend, everybody. Clumsy trucking, and bye-bye. Thanks, guys.